The air hung heavy, thick with the scent of perfume and something else, something darker. It was the smell of indulgence, of excess. The streets of Sodom and Gomorrah pulsed with a life both exhilarating and terrifying. Laughter echoed off the walls, a high-pitched, frantic sound. It was the sound of pleasure taken too far, of boundaries crossed and forgotten. Gold glinted everywhere, a brazen display of wealth. Silks shimmered, jewels sparkled. The people of these cities lived for pleasure, their every desire indulged, their every appetite sated. They were a people drunk on their own prosperity, blind to the darkness that festered at their core. Yet beneath the veneer of luxury, a sickness had taken root. Greed was a cancer, eating away at their souls. They craved more, always more, their hearts cold and hard even as their laughter rang out. Cruelty was their sport. The weak were trampled underfoot, their pleas for mercy drowned out by the sounds of revelry. The poor were invisible, their suffering a matter of indifference to those who feasted and danced the night away. Their revelry was a fever dream, a whirlwind of sensual delight and debauchery. Wine flowed like water, its intoxicating aroma mingling with the sweat of writhing bodies. Music pulsed, a hypnotic beat that drove them to a frenzy. They danced with abandon, their movements a celebration of their own desires. In the flickering lamplight, their faces were masks of ecstasy and depravity. Their eyes, glazed with wine and lust, held a terrifying emptiness. They had surrendered to their baser instincts, their humanity lost in a haze of pleasure and sin. But even in this den of iniquity, there were those who clung to their faith. Abraham, a righteous man, pleaded with God for mercy, for a sign that even these cities could be redeemed. He bargained for souls, his heart heavy with the weight of their sins. If there are 50 righteous people, he implored, will you spare the cities for their sake? And God, in his infinite mercy, agreed. But 50 became 40, then 30, then 20. Finally, Abraham could bargain no more. He had reached the limit of God's patience, the depths of Sodom and Gomorrah's depravity laid bare. Dawn broke over Sodom and Gomorrah, painting the sky with hues of red and orange. But this was no ordinary sunrise. It was the glow of God's wrath, a fiery inferno unleashed upon a city ripe for judgment. Screams tore through the air, replacing the sounds of laughter and music. The earth trembled, buildings crumbled, and fire rained down from the heavens. The stench of sulfur filled the air, a choking, acrid smell. It was a smell that spoke of destruction, of utter annihilation. The cries of the wicked were silenced. Their revelry turned to ashes in their mouths. Sodom and Gomorrah, once symbols of opulence and sin, were no more. Only smoldering ruins remained, a testament to the wages of sin, a stark warning for generations to come.